Knight of the Sea. Jimbei is the helmsman of the Straw Hat Pirates and one of the senior officers of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. He is the 10th member of the crew and the 9th to join, doing so during the Wano country arc. Jimbei is a whale shark fishman and a powerful master of fishman karate. His dream is to fulfill his former Captain Fisher Tiger's dying wish of coexistence and equality between humans and fishmen. He was a member of the Sun Pirates, eventually becoming its second captain after the death of their original captain, Tiger. He eventually became one of the 7 warlords of the sea, though he resigned during the Summit War of Marineford. Vegapunk later cloned Jimbei as one of the Seraphim, Shak, to replace the warlords. Prior to and amidst said war, Jimbei befriended Monkey D. Luffy, and 2 years later allied with him and his crew to prevent the new Fishman Pirates coup d'A copyright tat against the Ryuga Kingdom's Neptune royal family. Luffy thereafter invited him to join the Straw Hat Pirates, but Jimbei held it off until severing ties with Big Mom during the Whole Cake Island arc. After staying behind in Toto Land to protect the Sun Pirates from Big Mom's wrath, Jimbei returned to the Straw Hats during the Wano country arc, officially announcing his status as a member of the crew. He first gained a bounty of Blee 76,000,000 due to him being a member of the Sun Pirates. It was later increased to Blee 250,000,000 after Jimbei became the new captain of the Sun Pirates before it was frozen after he joined the 7 warlords. Upon resigning his position as a warlord at the Summit War of Marineford, his bounty was reinstated at Blee 438,000,000. Following the raid on Onigashima, his bounty was increased to Blee 1,100,000,000. Jimbei is a large blue whale shark fishman and the current tallest member of the Straw Hat Pirates. He has a stocky build similar to that of a sumo wrestler and a face that is commonly associated with various Japanese demons such as the Oni. His yellow eyebrows and sideburns are distinctly shaped like those found on such demons, in addition to a bulb-like nose and an angular lower lip pointing upwards. He has a lightning-shaped scar that can be seen from his left sideburn and reaching over his left eye, which he obtained sometime between Otto Heim's assassination and meeting Ace. He also possesses 2 tusk-like conic lower fangs associated with them as well. The rest of his teeth from the upper and lower rows are pretty much the same, albeit much smaller. He also has a severe underbite, which makes room for his huge fangs. He has long, 2-toned black hair, with 2 long stripes, colored gold in the manga and white in the anime, coming from the roots over his forehead and trailing down the back, a top knot, and tuft of hair on his chin with a slight green hue. This top knot did not exist during his time as a member of the Sun Pirates. Instead, his shorter and flowing black hair trails off halfway to a light color concentrated at the back of his head. He kept his chin clean-shaven before joining the Sun Pirates, after which it gradually grew out over time. His hands and feet are also webbed, typical for a fishman, and his limbs that are somewhat thin in comparison with his enormous girth. His gills are in between his shoulders and neck. Under his pale red coat, he appears to be wearing a coral-colored traditional Japanese clothing covered all over with black and white square-shaped patterns with the black and white layers alternating each other and ending with a dark square at the middle of each other and every one of them. He also ties this attire up with a purple obi like a ribbon around his waist. Jimbei is often seen wearing different traditional kimono of varying patterns. He wore a karakusu and later a floral design during his time as a member of the Sun Pirates. He wore square designs during his debut and a plain one after the Summit War of Marineford, 4 years ago. When fighting against Ace, he wore a black GI instead with fish designs on either side of the chest, and a red sash with a tanto tied to it. 2 years after the war, while waiting for Luffy at the Sea Forest, his kimono was leaf patterns. During Caribou's cover story, he is seen in another one patterned with flowers. For footwear, he appears to wear simple gaito on his webbed feet. His Sun Pirates tattoo is on the middle of his chest. During the Whole Cake Island arc, his kimono is yellow and has a Jolly Roger design arranged like stripes. Additionally, He is also wearing an orange-colored coat. In the Wano country arc, his kimono is yellow with large orange and white diamonds patterned on it, a red sash, and his coat is a wave design, colored a dark purple that becomes progressively lighter and finally white at the ends of the sleeves and bottom. Like everyone else participating in the raid on Onigashima, Kinemon briefly gave Jimbei a Beast's pirate's disguise. In Egghead arc, Jimbei wears a hooded Hawaiian shirt, with a pair of shorts, an earpiece, and a pair of dom shoes. He wore a Neptune army uniform while he was serving as a soldier and was often seen smoking a pipe back then. During Otterheim's funeral, Jimbei wore a suit. In SBS Volume 63, Oda draws the 7 warlords of the sea as children. Jimbei as a child is seen with light hair wearing a tattered GI practicing his fishman karate. He already had a black belt at this age.